Hi, class. Well, we're coming to the end in the depths of summer. The thing about Arizona is it's so hot. There's not a lot of things you can do during the daytime. Swimming is, a lot of fun for a lot of people. Or going to the movies. I heard they were coming out with another Exorcist movie, and the same gal is getting, taken by the devil again. And I thought, wow, she must have not paid her bill. She got repossessed. Best app ever. Anyway, a couple of loose ends to wrap this course up. One on PT5 is all you have to do is fix your errors. And then for the last part is closing time. And when you think about closing time, don't forget all the things you need to close off because you have legalities and things like that. And basically, if you put down everything that's talked about in the lecture, you should be fine. Now, these are the most common errors that happens in PT5 because we judge you on formatting more. Because think about it, what this is supposed to be is a document you turn over to a customer. And so you have a table of contents, and you only need one table of contents at the very beginning. Does it correlate to the rest of it? Are your columns straight, or are they like all over the place? Are they cut off? When you have tables, now granted, some tables are really long, so it's hard to fit on one page. This is what you do. You split your table in half, but take the header from the first half and stick it on top of the second half. And just right before you get to the second half, continued. That way they know. When you do your Gantt chart, what a lot of people do is just try to slap it on. The thing is, maybe you need to change the rotation of it to go on the long side. But don't cut off the left activities, because then you've got all these bars, but what activities are there? Now, what some people do is put the activities on the titles of the bars, and that's fine. That's one way to get around it. You have the PMP coming up on the next page. I actually post what the instructions are. For those of you in 470, lucky you don't have to take the PMP. If you want to take the PMP, it's extra credit. And so it can count as much as 2 quizzes for you. Now the thing is, you don't get to take it like the 470 quizzes where you get to see the whole quiz at once. You have to take it like the 570 students. That's why it's extra credit. 570, 100 questions, I think it's 110 minutes, and you get to see one question at a time. So pace your time. Also, one of the biggest things that there's a problem with students is what they do is they actually try to copy the exams, put it in a PDF and pass it on to later generations. Yeah, don't do that. Because if you get caught, keep something in mind. The first thing I go after, if I catch someone cheating, is I get them to tell me who else has been cheating. They point the finger at you, and then you're in a lot of trouble. Don't forget about amnesty. You have until Monday. A 0 does hell to your grade. If you're missing a PM, here's your chance to get it in. Now, you can't make up a PT, and you don't need to make up a PT, because the way PTs work is everybody gets the same grade. Here's the thing people forget to do, which is free points. Your peer review. Do not ask me after the peer review date, I forgot to do it, can I make it up? You can't. Any assignment, if you read the syllabus, any assignment that's due after Monday, there is no forgiveness. If you're late, 0. And there was once a research paper in this class, and a student forgot to do it. And he asked me, could he make it up? I said, no, you get a 0. And they said, well, I heard he started it. I've been working on it. Can't you? No, that's it. It's a 0. And it's also student evaluation time. For those of you who have me in other classes or have watched the finale video, and I know a lot of you won't watch it. How can I tell? YouTube count. Yes, it keeps count of how many people are watching these things. And so I know a lot of you don't watch the videos, and that's fine. I don't mind if you choose not to watch the video. What I do mind is that later on you complain about it, how hard the course is and everything like that. You don't ask questions, you don't watch the videos, so what am I supposed to do? The reason why I don't like them is if you really sit down and think about it, what do you need to do to get a good review? And that means you'd have to make activities like more about fun than about learning. You also have to dummy it down enough so that everybody can do really well. You'd have to like cut back the workload and everything like that, but that's not what you take a course for. And I realize this is a lot of information to take in, especially over 6 weeks, but that's the way ASU Online does it. So I should care about it, but I don't want to care about it. That's my famous line. But the thing is, if you do, I can't deny when you write good things, it helps me. When you write bad things, it hurts me. But mostly, I just want you to be honest. Anyway, do it, don't do it. It's your choice. Now, in terms of the PMP, here are the instructions so you can get it ahead of time. So it's multiple choice exam. Keep in mind, once you pass on a question, you can't go back on it. Now, if you look at the lower right, it is heavily curved. If you get 80 to 100, basically 80% is passing on the real PMP. So I give you a 93, you get an A. And so you're scoring between 80 and 100, it goes from 93 to 100, so it gets scaled. 70 to 80, same thing, that's considered to be a B+. 60 to 70 is 82 to 88. And 1 to 60 is an 80. That's right, if you get one question right, you can get an 80. And so, as you can see, don't be too scared of this exam. It's heavily, heavily curved. The only way you get a 0 is if you don't take it. Now, for 470 students, I will give you the better of two things based on what your curved score is. It counts as a replacement score. It replaces your 2 quizzes. On the other hand, Dr. Cho, I did really well on my quizzes. And so if you get 80 to 100, it's 4 points each. 3 points added to 60 to 80. 10 to 59, 2 points on the exam. And if you score 0 to 10. Now the thing is, there's a condition in order to get the bonus points. You have to do the whole exam. So really, if you don't want to have to do the whole exam, do part of it and then just write C. I mean, there's a lot of different things you could do. When I was taking freshman physics at MIT, it was pretty funny because I found out you need to get 3% to pass this course, because first year we're on pass-fail. And so I think I answered about, 15, 20 questions, but I made sure it was bulletproof. Yes, these are right, because it'd be embarrassing to fail. Anyway, if you have any questions, please let me know. And good luck with the end of the semester.